Hi folks, that's it. Winter prep is over. We've had pond covers going on, we've had fish flashing, fish scraping, microscope use. Some ideas coming up for next year. Operation Winterized Pond. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Welcome back to Koi Pond Lifestyle. Right, I'm watching the temperatures come down quite rapidly now, so I'm going to start putting my cover. I'm going to go put 2 covers on first, and then I'm going to leave the last cover that will go by the window. So I'm going to take the aquarium out, take the light off, and put 2 covers on, I think, because I want to try to keep some temperature, a little bit, as much temperature in the pond as I can as we lead into winter, because I've not got heating, so I'm not able to heat the pond. So, and I get a couple of covers on. Let's get some high-speed stuff done.
Perfect.
How easy is that? Literally, in real time, taking the aquarium off, the light off, putting 2 panels on, 7.5 minutes. You set these polycarbonate panels up to work for you. Dead simple. Literally, I'm like 2/3 of the way there to be completely ready for winter. So, lovely jubbly. I'm going to leave this other 2 off for a few more days yet, because look at my watch there. What temperature is it? I don't know. It doesn't say on my watch. I'm going to leave those 2 off until the temperature drops down to 10, because I want to be able to see the fish. I want to see the fish as long as possible. That's why I've got them. I want to see them as long as possible. I want to be able to feed them as long as I can. And then at the last minute, I'm going to start dropping off. My pond now is at 12. So when I get to 11, I'm going to reduce it down to maybe 1 feed a day or 2 feeds a day. I'm still doing 3. And then start weaning them off the food a little bit, so it's no shock when there's no food available. And what I've also done as well is these 2 blocks. If I want to lift an end, I'll show you on the furthest end actually in a minute. But yeah, if I want to lift an end, just to put a bit of daylight into there or something, I've created these 2 blocks here, and I'll show you how they work now. Okay, so there you go. If I need to raise or just open them for the day, let a bit of sun, if it ever becomes sunny again, these blocks just go underneath, like that. Lower back down, back up. Every day is a school day. In fact, it would probably take me longer to clean the aquarium and the frame that it did put me these in. Locked in. All clean, all ready for storage. Nice. Okay, folks. I had the fish flashing around. Yeah, microscope time again. Had the fish flashing around for the last 2 or 3 days, and I don't know why. So what I've done is I've just done a quick scrape on smudge, and I'm just got this little bit of plastic I did the scrape with. I'm sure you've seen the videos on this before. So I'm just going to put this on the slide. That's my sample. We're going to have a quick look and see where we are. Hopefully nothing drastic. Okay, nothing so far, which is good. I think I'll probably do a scrape on OJ as well, the big orange one. Because I've been watching Smudge the last few days, and he's kind of been eating his food but then spitting it back out again. And I don't know why. You know, you get to know your fish, you're going to get to know what their daily habits and routines are. No. Hopefully nothing then. Because sometimes with these parasites, some of them you can't see unless you really zoom in on them. Usually Trichodina, you can see them, they're pretty visible. Fluke, they usually stick out like a sore thumb. Costia, I've never had Costia. No, I've never done Costia, so I don't know what Costia, I don't know what they look like, I'd have to look that up. Okay, that slide looks pretty good. I'm going to get and do another sample from another fish and just see, because I'm hoping it's nothing and they were just flashing because, I don't know why, because usually flashing because there's a problem. But they haven't been clamping, you know, when they clamp, when they sit on the bottom, not been clamping, dead happy, floating around, eating loads. Just taking OJ out, and because she's brilliant, OJ, she just sits in your hand, you hit the scrape, she kind of looks at you and says, are we done now, can I go? Bless her. So, took OJ out, and I'm just looking through now, and I can't see anything at all. I've zoomed in and out, I'm not sure why they're flashing around. At all. I was trying to work away from the outside of the slide, you know, where you get the slide and then you put the little glass thing on top. I always work from the outside inwards. It seems to work a bit better for me, that does. Again, the more you use these things, you kind of get used to what you're looking for. There is nothing whatsoever. So it looks like that's an all clear, which is great. I'm happy with that now. So I just don't know why they're flashing. I'm going to, maybe just keep an eye on them 24 hours. And I don't know, kind of weird. Anyway, it's all good. So yeah, these microscopes, as I said before, invaluable these are. They come with a little light at the back. You flick a light on, and it shines through. It has 3 different zooms. You've got the largest, and then you just sort of rotate it around. Next one in, and then you've got the maximum zoom. I'm sure this was from Amazon. I've showed everybody this before, but again, if there's anybody new to the channel who's not seen this yet, this was about £60. You can get the dead expensive ones that you plug to your phone or to your PC or wherever, and you can plug these in, and then you don't have to keep looking through here like this. You just look on your telly and you move the slide around and you sort of see it as then. But this is fine for me. This does exactly the same job. Like I say, I'm not doing this all the time. If I was doing this all the time, I'd probably spend a bit more money and get a more expensive one. But I don't, thank goodness. So I don't need one to there. So yeah, cracking little things these are, off Amazon. Just look for a microscope in Amazon and buy it. A few days later, it will turn up at your door. And it can start being more self-sufficient when you're doing your scrapes on your fish. What I use to scrape the fish, I don't know whether I've shown you this before, is just an old bit of plastic. It's just a rubbery, there's no sharp edges to it. It's just an old bit of plastic that I just keep nice and clean. I put numbers on it, 1 and then 2 on the other side, 1 and 2. So if I'm scraping 2 fish, I scrape 1 and then I scrape another one with the other one and I compare and I know which ones were which fish was which. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but anyway, it's just something to do. So yeah, so there you go. So no worries from the pond at the moment, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Okay, I think it's time for the rest of the covers to go on now. I want to try to retain the heat that's in there. The temperature in the pond's around about sort of 13 degrees at the moment. It's giving some horrible coldish weather now. I think 7 to 10. This is Sunday at the moment. Tomorrow I think 7 to 10 degrees. So I'm going to get the other cover on there. Like I said to you, unfortunately I don't have any more poly sheets. I'm having to use a fence panel. I've just put some polystyrene on it to make it a little bit more insulated. And I'm going to put it down this end, I think, so I can cover over the window. Even though the window's got its own cover, but ideally I need another poly sheet, polycarbonate sheet. If anybody's got an old one lying around in the Stoke-on-Trent area, that would be good. But like I say, I'm going to have to just put this old fence panel on with some bits on, so. Piece of tarpaulin, this is a bit of a faff. It's looking pretty neat though. It's going to have to do until I get hold of another piece of polycarbonate from somewhere. I'm going to leave it so at the front I can still get into the front and flip that up to be able to open the window and see the fish. So I'm going to see if I can do that as well. Anyway, let's crack on. And again, the other thing with this as well, I'm going to put some on top of this. So I'm going to find something heavy. Well, not heavy, but I might just place on top to stop it, otherwise the wind's going to just take it off, innit? Okay, there you go. Yeah, polycarb would be so much better. What a shame. Couldn't get hold of a piece, so never mind. My pond is now covered for the winter. So, there you go. Let's see if it holds the temperature. At the moment, the temperature today was 12.5. So I'll be able to keep an eye on what the temperature is and see if it holds to 12.5. I doubt it, because like I say, last year it had a similar setup to this. Again, no polycarb, so get your finger out and get some polycarb. So yeah, similar setup to this, and it went down to 9 degrees, so fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm almost wrapped up, and covers are on, insulation on in the filter system, blah blah blah. So the last thing I'm just looking at now is air, blowing air into the pond. Now, I personally won't be blowing air into my pond. Reason being is I want to try to keep the water as settled as possible. I know it gets sucked in at the bottom and it blows up through and then comes back in again, and it circulates, still circulating itself because the pumps are on. My main pump will stay on, so I'm still circulating water through the filter system, but I don't want to be blowing cold bubbles through it. I'm trying to maximize the temperature in my pond. So I've taken off the 2 air stones, pads, whatever you want to call them, cleaned them up. They'll go in the garage. I won't be using those. However, I can hear you sort of saying, well, where are you getting the air from for your pond then? I'm still blowing air into the filter system. So I've still got air stones in there that are blowing through. They will continue all the way through the winter. At the moment, it's a lovely sunny day, I've got everything open at the moment. I'm just about to take this cover off for an hour or so and just let a bit of sunlight in and let the fish see a bit of sunlight, because it's quite nice today. Now, the 2 air stones that I've cleaned up, that I use in my pond in the summer, got a little idea with these. Way back in when I first had that put in, that was like a starter filter system, and I've always said I'm going to make some change on that. Now I've ordered some bits, and the bits have started arriving now. So these are going to be part of the little trial thing I'm going to be doing over the winter and into next summer to make some changes in my filter system. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because that will be coming to a TV, mobile phone or PC close to you real soon. Anyway, that's what I'm doing for my pond. Right, today I'm maxed up. I'm in my favourite shop. I'm back at Pencoy. Love this place. Steve very kindly, as I keep saying, he's a busy guy, but he's very kindly, while nobody's coming in the shop, because it's always a busy shop, people coming in and out of this place. He very kindly said that he's going to introduce and give me some knowledge on winter food. So anyway, let's see if we can grab Steve, because he's busy in the shop at the moment, and we'll talk about some food. Okay, the man himself. So Steve, winter food.
I'm all masked up, so I don't know whether you'll be able to hear me properly, so if you don't mind, I'll take my mask off and you will be able to hear me. I hope that's a bit better. Right, winter foods. What we've got is the Akari here, sinking, aqua sauce wheat germ, Akari floating, Kasuri floating, and fish solutions, all wheat germ foods. These are the foods that I put into my mix for the winter. What I do with it is I mix them equally together. In the autumn, what I do is I mix some of the protein with it to gradually reduce the protein levels in the wheat germ to take them into the winter. We don't want to just suddenly stop and go over to a wheat germ food. It isn't good. When you go onto the wheat germ foods, what we need to do is keep an eye on the temperatures. When the temperature gets down to 10 centigrade, stop feeding altogether. The fish has only got a small digestive system, so it can't control the protein. it will just build up in the gut, and this is what we don't want. With the wheat germ, it will also help to clear the system out for the winter. Don't be tempted to feed if they start to look and it's under 10. They will just eat and eat and eat. They're like a Labrador dog, they'll feed forever. Eventually they will go to the bottom of the pond, lie on the pond. You won't be feeding anyway, even the sinkers they won't touch. Sometimes the fish will roll over on the sides with cold, don't think they're dead. For the heated ponds during the winter, what we carry on is we carry on feeding the summer food. It's just the same. It's the same water temperatures. You want your fish to grow, so if the pond's heated, just feed a protein food. Not too high a protein, obviously. That's my wheat germ mix at the moment. Those 5 foods, sorry.
Okay, so that's it. This is how it works. Winter food. We've talked about the summer food. We've talked about the autumn food in other videos. Now we're in the winter bit. Pond temperatures are dropping off. We're getting to that point now where you have to start remove the protein from your food and just go to the wheat germ. So I'm going to take a bag of this. I'm only having a £5 bag today. Steve does these in £5 bags, £10 bags, £20 bags. So if you're needing some food, some of this stuff floats, some of it sinks, and so on and so forth. So just keep in mind though that Steve is looking to shut down over the winter period, mid-November, and he's reopening in April 2021. If you need anything between when he's closed, he has told me that if you message him through his Facebook page, he'll try to help where he can. Obviously, he won't leave people on the lurch, which is fantastic. So I'm going to get this £5 bag, take this one away with me, and start getting to there. The half a dozen handfuls I've got left of my autumn mix, when that's done, I'm on to this, and away we go for the winter mix. Right, back in the man cave. I don't know about you where you are, but it is chucking it down here. Anyway, so still getting the fish flashing. This is a few days after I did the scrape. I don't know why. I've done my water tests. Get me nitrite. Good. Nitrate. Okay. pH. Okay. That's about 7 point something. It's okay. Ammonia. Okay. So why are they still flashing? I saw one of the little ones. I forgot the name already. Oh my god. Steve, where are you when I need you with the names? Yeah, I saw one of the little ones flashing again, and really not sure why. So I've done the water test now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the little silver and brown one, my Deutsch Ashiba. Oh, I forgot the freaking name again. Deutsch Ashiba Shirogoi. Deutsch Ashiba Shirogoi. Hang on. So I'm going to get the little brown and silver fish, the Deutsch Ashiba Shirogoi. Why the heck I bought a fish with a name like that I can never remember. Anyway, I love the little fish, bless it. Deutsch Ashiba Shirogoi. Oh, you see, it makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about now. Oh, I get you. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yes, so I'm going to get that out tomorrow, and I'm going to do a scrape on that fish tomorrow, and have a look at that one, because that's the only one that's been flashing that I haven't pulled out. I've pulled out OJ, bless her. There was nothing on OJ. Smudge, there was nothing on Smudge. So it's really just me, the silver and brown one. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I've had some other things arrive that I said I was going to do. Let's just pan you around that way a bit. Is my lights. So I've got 2 of these now. I was asking around online, and I ended up getting these from Screwfix. They are, no idea because I can't see anything without my glasses on. Excuse me a moment. These are 5-watt LEDs, IP65. Ooh. IP65. Look at the state of these. What's going on here? That's better. Right, IP65s. Oh, I get you. 30,000 hours, easy install. Yeah, so there you go. Integrated LED adjustable single wall light. Bought 2 of them. Goodbye glasses, could I hate you. Bought 2 of these, and these are going to replace the spotlight on the pond. So that's good. This is what I've been recommending for people putting windows in. The silver label. I used the gold. I think I used gold label last time, but this does the same job. It's really good stuff. This is, like I said in my pond video, in my window fitting video, that if you're using this stuff, it's an idea just to put it in some warm water, put it in a bucket of warm water, not hot water, just warm water. And it softens it up a little bit, because when you try to squeeze it out, it's really hard to squeeze out, but it makes it easy to squeeze out. So, oh, the heater, that was what I got to tell you. What a bad buy that was. That heater generated more comment than individually about an item than the majority of my videos on my channel have generated since I've been doing this, which is great. I love it when we get something that generates a lot of comment like that, because everybody thinking and everybody chucking stuff, no, don't do that, no, no, no. So I don't think you'll see that heater again. That's just, I don't know where it is actually. It's in the garage somewhere. That'll be an emergency heater that will, when my central heating breaks down. If anybody looks for a heater, we've got a cheap heater going. I only want $19.99 for it. It's brand new, in the box. Drop me a comment if you want it. What the hell do you want it for? I don't know. It's just one of these ideas. You know, I just get these ideas. And so, yeah, other things that I've managed to get hold of. People are asking about what happens when your kit runs out. Do you have to buy a whole new kit of water testy stuff? No, you don't. Went online the other day, and because I've been using a lot of nitrite tester, my nitrite almost ran out, so I've just bought myself another one. It's this little pack. I can't remember how much it was, but you can get them individually. And this is to one side now to stand by, ready for when that completely runs out. I've got about another 2 tests left in the other one. Whoops, drop that over. And so yeah, you can get refills for them. So for these kits that I've quite enjoyed using actually. I know lots of people say, oh no, you tried this, it's a different kit. I suppose it's what you get used to. I've used this kit and I've taken it to Pankoi, and he's used his tablet stuff and it was almost the same. So I'm quite happy with this personally for my pond. Obviously people have their own little different things of using. That's the one that I've found using. I think you've seen this one before as well. This does KH and GH as well, and I just use it for that. Bad design. I just use it for that, so for KH and GH, but that's... yeah. Just scraped my Deutsch Shiba Shirogoi. I think I got the name right that time. I'm going to have to name it, I think, because I can't keep saying that. Just give it a scrape, the little brown and silver one. This one. And nothing. Everything's clear. So I don't know why it's flashing. The other ones have stopped flashing now. I haven't seen them flash for a couple of days now. But I saw that flash yesterday, and I'm still not 100% sure why. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Water parameters, you saw them. They're still the same. Did a bit of a water change yesterday as well. Nothing major because it puts a lot of cold water in, so I'm trying not to put as much cold water in as I can. But I had to clean the filters. I did a full system clean out yesterday. So I had to put a bit back in because I wasted a bit of water putting that in. So I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on it and see how progress goes. So there you go. Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is go into winter with an issue with the fish. As soon as the weather starts dropping off, their immune system drops a little bit and they become a little bit weaker. So the last thing I want to do is that pond go in with some issues in there. So I want to try to get everything out of the way now at the 11th hour. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, is it my left hand? No, it's over there, isn't it? I keep forgetting, sorry. Whoever pointed it out to me that day, thanks for that. So subscribe if you've liked this video, click the like, ping the bell, share where you can. Thanks very much for watching. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle.